Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to start a new topic which is regarding the subnetting. So we have a router and there are different interfaces of router. So one interface of the router decides what will be the network ID for that interface, and the different hosts are connected to that particular, can say, ID. So usually company buy only one IP address, and that IP address with the help of subnetting is used to, like we have an institutional network, so there will be one router, and that one router will be using one IP address, and there will be the subnetting of that IP address which will be used in a company or an organization, or you can say with respect to us in CPUT. So we are doing subnetting means we are using one IP address and we are dividing that IP address into small subnets, or you can say different networks. So subnetting is basically taking a network and dividing it into subnetworks or networks with different subnets. So usually there are three classes of subnets are defined. There are class, range, and mask. So it's a subnet mask which is used with them. So there's a class, range, and a mask. So class is basically your, maybe it's A, B, C. There are other classes also like D and E. D is used for multicasting and E is used for research purpose. So D is basically multicasting means when the information needs to sends to many hosts or the users at a time. So range is basically your 0 to 126. I'll explain the meaning of these terms while we go on. And the mask, which you might have seen, it is 255.0.0.0. And for B, it is from 128 to 191. And the range, or you can say, sorry, subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. And then for class C, it's one number more, it's 192 to 223. And then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.255. Sorry, it's 0. So depending upon which subnet mask we are using, so we depending on the 0 you have there, you can use that part only which you can play with, or you can say you can use that to assign it to the host or the number of users you have in a network. So if your network subnet mask is of this form, like 255 something, then it's a classful subnet. If it's not of this form, let's say suppose here it's written as 224, then it's not classful. Then it means that 2 extra bits are borrowed for subnetting. So classful means that it's always of the form 255. Now what's the meaning of the word 255 here? All these values here, they are 8-bit numbers. So 8-bit numbers means you can say it starts from 1 and it goes up to 255. So it's 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 plus 128. So the sum will be 255. So it's basically something like this: 128, 64. If I start from MSB, then it's 64, then you have 32, then you have 16, then you have 8, then you have 4, 2, and 1. Let me make it uniform spacing there, because we are going to use it quite often here. So the presence of 1 with respect to these numbers decide what will be the number of that is. So it's 1, so if it's 1, let's say it's 1 also, then 1, 1, 1. So if you will add, then it will be equals to 255. But the absence of 1, let's take an example of this one, then copy it. Let's say it's 0, then this number will be 64 less than that. You must know your digital here. So it will be something 55 plus 9, so it will be what it will be. If I subtract 255 by 64, it will be 9, so it will be 191. So the sum of these numbers will be 1. So whichever the value have a 1, that will be added in the sum. The value which has 0 will not be added into the sum. In this way, you form the binary number corresponding to the given bits. So each octet of these have 8 bits. So this is 255, that means all are 1. 0 means that all are 0. So if there is something like, let's say 224, then it will be 1. 224 is, sorry, 192. Suppose I say, sorry, 224 is 1 here and then 1 here. So it will be 0, 0, 0, 0. So it will be equals to 224. So if we are saying with respect to subnet mark, the things works in this way. But suppose I have an IP address which is equals to 192.168.1.0. This is the network address of any network, and I want to find to which class this IP address belongs to. So I will check at the first octet. So 192 is in this class. So we can play, we have only a subnet mask of 255 dot, it belongs to class C. So it has subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. So we can only play with this 0. We don't have any other value by which we can use to create more number of hosts in the network. Then suppose we have 49. We have a question like for our library, we require minimum 49 hosts. For electrical department, we need, let's say, 20 users. Or let's say start with 14 users. This is a good example of showing how the things works. That's why I'm using 14. So what will happen is that when the CPUT board suppose this IP address, so the subnet mask associated with is known to us, it is 255.0, and we can, looking at this, we know that we can only play with this 0. So this 0 will be the place where we can accommodate our hosts. So whenever you have a requirement to set up a network, you will look at the requirement which is having the maximum number of requirement. So if you have what's the minimum number of requirement you need here is 49 hosts for library. So this number is going to decide how many bits you are going to use for hosts and how many bits you are going to use out of these 8 bits here. These bits are already occupied, so you can't change them. You can only play with this part. So you have 8 bits which you will use for subnetting. So there's a subnetting already provided to you of class C. Now you are further subnetting it using your own way of changing the IP address which you are going to give to your users in the institute or maybe an organization you are working with. So then what's the minimum requirement you have here is 49. So now 49 here is, then if you see what this is here. If I use this part again here, copy it here. Now you will start from right and go towards left. You will start adding the numbers until you reach a value which is greater than or equals to 49. So if it's 1 plus 2, 3, then plus 4 is your, can say 7, 8, 15, 31. So 31 is not going to provide me 49. So what's going to provide me 32 if I add it. So total number of hosts, if I add these, will be 63. So let me draw, let's say I write H here, just to separate out. That means I'm going to use this number. So basically total number of hosts which it can accommodate is 63. So what will be the network ID for this? That's we are going to decide. Now, so we know that we can provide 63 hosts with the particular IP address we can provide to them. The number of hosts are 63. Remember, always whatever the number of IP address we have, so the first one, basically you can see in this network, we have 64 IP address. One is already used for, means 0 is already used for your network. And then we have 63 remaining, out of which the last IP address is for broadcast. Broadcast means when you are sending the information to all the users in that particular network. So if the router or maybe someone else wants to send an information to all the user in the network, then instead of specifying the IP address of different users, it's better to use only one address, and then the information will be sent to all the users in the network. So for that purpose, the IP address for this network will be, means the broadcast address for that, this IP address, sorry, this network will be 63. So the total number of usable IP address we have are equals to 62, because one we used for broadcasting. And so this is for our, we already created as subnetting. So subnetting, the first one is subnet. Your first subnet is your basically 192 dot, it can accommodate, it goes up to 192 dot, and it can accommodate up to 62 users, excluding your broadcast address. Then if we want to find out what will be our next subnet, so it will be the IP address which starts with a number, one more, so it can say 64 to, it will be 127. So you keep on adding 63 to it, and then you will get the subnet addresses of all the hosts which you can accommodate in subnet 2. So maybe your 14 users can fit into this one, and your 49 into this subnet. Now, there is a question which might comes to your mind, is that we have require only 49 here, so we can accommodate 14 users there and there, but we are wasting the number of, can say, IP addresses if I accommodate it in this range, because it can accommodate up to 62. I'll come back to this again, how we are going to do with the for the 14 users. Now For this one, we have not decided what will be the subnet mask. So these are the IP addresses for the host, but we have not decided the subnet mask. This is the subnet mask of the CPUT router you can consider, but we have not decided the subnet mask of your library. So we need to create that also. Now here, if you look at this closely, how many in this one, how many bits we have used? So we have used this, 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 and this. So what's remaining are these 2 bits. So these 2 bits are used for subnetting by us. So you can say these for the purpose of subnetting, this is 1, and this is 1, and this is 0. Sorry, 0 comes here. This is 0. This is 0. Zero, 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 and 0. So you can say your subnet mask will be, if you add this 128 plus 64, it will be 192. So the subnet mask for this, or you can say library, is this. Now, if you need to create another subnet, which is not belonging to this network, this is basically belonging to this network. So suppose I want to create a network which doesn't belong to this. So let me highlight this. So this is not the part of this. Suppose I create another subnet for 14 hosts. 14 hosts. Then you need to do the process again. So you start from this side, it will be 1. Let me copy it again here, Control C. So it will be, now it's 1 plus 2, 4, and here. So it will be 15. So the 15 host you can accommodate here. Now out of 15, 1 address will be used for broadcasting, we know. So the total usable hosts which can accommodate are 14. Now, if in the same case we have a question which says that you have to accommodate 15 or 16, then you have to move to the next choices. The reason is that it can accommodate only 14. 1 address, like for 15, for an example, the question says 15 hosts, then you need 1 address for broadcasting also. So for this one, you can say that the subnet mask will be, we are using up to this point, so it will be 1, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So these are 0, 0, 0. So subnet mask for this is 255.255.255. We are not going to change them, they are already fixed. So it will be 128 plus 64 plus 32. So you can say it is 248. So it's 128 plus 192, 224, it's 240. So that will be the subnet mask of this one. So now with respect to this, if we are going to use this, then we can accommodate up to 63 users. So that will be a waste of addresses. So we basically now use this 14 host concept to bring the number of users according to the subnet mask we are using now. So if you see, when we were using this, then the next, or you can say the number of users which we were accommodating in the network were 63 hosts we were using, or 63. Now here again, if I use another 63, it will become 127, but we need only 14 hosts. So using this subnetting thing, we must remember whatever the number next to it, that will be your next usable subnet. So it will start from here. So the next subnet start from here. Now where it will end, it will be decided by this number. Why? Because this is the number which is having a value 1 just after the bits which we are using for the host. So we are using these bits for the host. We can say we are using a value 1 here, 1 here, 2, 1 here, 1 here for the host. And these bits are used for subnetting. So what it will be? Adding 64 to it. So the next subnet address, you can say subnet 3 will be our subnet 3. The usable addresses start from 80. And what will be the broadcast address for this? You can say subnet 3. The broadcast address will be for this subnet 2 will be your 192.168.1.79. So that will be your broadcast address for this one. I can specify it here, broadcast address. So you can see that the number of users which it can accommodate are from 64 to 78, but the 64 is your network ID for this network. So the number of users which it can accommodate are basically 16. You can see from 63 to, or you can say including 64 to 79, there are 16. But one address is used for the purpose of networking or the network ID, and the last one is the broadcast address. I'll keep on adding some example related to it. Keep on looking my videos on YouTube, and then I'm going to tell you what you need to do to set up on your network, like for the case of CPUT or maybe for a department or an organization. Thank you.